In this video, get ready for the wildest, most unbelievable moments caught on dashcam. You're late. They're tailgating. The pressure is on in the concrete jungle. The rules of the road are forgotten. This is where patience dies. Get ready for the wildest, most unbelievable moments caught on dashcam.
The video shows a traffic confrontation in a city with heavy traffic. A pedestrian crosses the road in front of a white SUV, which appears to be a Porsche Cayenne, and the driver seems to yell or gesture at him. The pedestrian then walks back to the SUV, opens the driver's door, and appears to throw something small and white, possibly a small cloth or tissue, at the driver before walking away again. Then, a moment later, what looks like the same pedestrian, or someone dressed similarly, is seen again. This time, he is walking past the silver minivan in front of the camera and then appears to strike the white SUV side mirror off with a quick, "Oh my goodness, buckle up, because this video is a total rollercoaster of chaos." We're starting off with a bang. First, we've got a driver pulling up alongside another car at a traffic light. And wait, did he just punch the side view mirror right off? What an absolutely bonkers reaction. And then he just drives off like nothing happened. Is that a BMW? That's some expensive rage. But hold on, the camera car follows, and now this guy's stopped in the middle of the road, getting out to shout. He is furious. But oh sweet karma, a police car had a front row seat to the whole show and instantly pulls up behind him. You love to see it. We have a gold minivan driving a bit slow, and the person in the passenger seat is flipping the bird out the window. Standard, sad road rage stuff. But wait, the driver in the minivan is doing a brake check. They're slowing down dangerously. Oh no, the camera car is too close. Crunch, they hit them. The dashcam driver was following way too close and couldn't stop. And as a final act of frustration, the minivan swerves to the right, and the driver leans out, shouting and gesturing something else. The camera car veers off the road and into a ditch. Finally, just a quick bonus clip to finish it all off, a man gets out of a car, goes to kick a white vehicle, misses, and ends up falling flat on his back in the middle of the road. He can't get up.
Whoa! What an insane compilation of road rage and questionable driving. That first clip sets the tone. A driver tries to flee the scene, loses control, and just smashes right into a roadside tree. Deciduous tree police car. You can literally see the moment the jig is up as the car is completely disabled, leading to an immediate arrest by the patrolling state trooper. Talk about instant karma. Man police officer. Then we switch gears and location, the classic biker versus car confrontation. Motorcycle angry face. The biker, clearly heated about the car driving in the wrong direction, gets right up to the window. But check out the driver's reaction. They're like, "Nah, man, not today," and quickly roll up the window. Smart move, because things look ready to pop OFF. Hold up, we're in another country now, and it's a Land Cruiser brawl. Two huge black SUVs trying to squeeze past each other in a ridiculously tight spot. They're locked up, bumper to bumper, in a slow-motion push and shove match. The driver in the one on the left gets frustrated and just hits the gas, shoving the other one out of the way and nearly mounting the curb. That was a power move, totally unacceptable but wild to watch.
Land Cruiser parehas eh, no?
Face with symbols on mouth, and if you thought that was intense, here comes the most shocking one. Road rage at a traffic light. A man gets out of his truck, and what happens next is unbelievable. A woman in the other car, after a tense exchange, pulls out a weapon and fires it at the truck. Exploding head. You hear the loud bang and she immediately takes off. What a completely reckless and terrifying escalation. That's not just road rage, that's a whole other level of danger. Absolutely insane behavior. Police car light. What is happening in this parking lot? The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Two cars are nose to nose, and then the doors fly open. It instantly turns into a screaming match, then a literal TUGOF war right in the street. We switch scenes and now we're stuck in traffic. Suddenly, a man jumps out of the passenger side of a truck, and he's furious. He runs up to the car in front, slams his fist on the hood, and starts shouting. He's reaching into the car. Oh no, this is getting physical. This next one is just peak petty. It looks like two cars have clashed over a parking space. The guy in the blue shirt gets out, and he looks ready for a monologue. The tension builds as the other driver confronts him. You can practically hear the "I don't care" attitude radiating off the bald guy. What in the world is going on here? A woman is walking, clearly upset, and then she's charging a car at a red light. She's yelling, waving her arms, and then a young guy gets out of the SUV, and he's holding a small dog? Dog, wait, is that his emotional support weapon? Oh, a police sighting. A pickup truck blows right through a stoplight or is blocking traffic, and suddenly, multiple police cars are behind it. The driver must have known the heat was on because he just sits there as the police lights flash. An officer finally gets out and approaches the vehicle. He's being pulled out, hands up, and cuffed right by the side of the road. A full-on, instant apprehension. That is justice served cold, right there. Finally, my blood pressure is coming down for this last one, or is it? Two cars are trying to get out of a tight parallel parking spot on a narrow street, and the guy in the silver car is just pinned. The driver gets out, checks the gap, and then starts yelling at the other car. He's hitting the mirror, shouting, gesturing wildly. Then he tries to squeeze out again, keeps bumping the other car, and just keeps fighting the impossible angle. That's not a driver, that's a parking lot gladiator. The whole street is watching this masterclass in frustration.
Pull over! Hey, pull over! I dare you! Come on, out of the car! Move your car over! I will kick your Maltese! You have no idea! Pull your car over right now! Stop! Face! You're gonna pull your car over, or I'm gonna beat your fat Maltese ass all over this goddamn street! Get out of the car! I pray! No! You're gonna pull over 6 goddamn inches and move! You cocksucker! Hey! Yeah! Move!
Malta.
You wanna call the police, tough guy? Come on, let's fight. You and me right here. You're a bad. You know that? But I'll beat your place. Live with yourself tonight. Guys.
We start at a drive-thru, and it is not a happy meal situation. The tension is thick. A woman gets out of her white SUV, stomps up to the car filming, and she is raging. She's pointing, she's shouting, her voice is probably at an 11. Look at that look of pure fire. She slams the dashboard and goes back to her car. What could possibly be worth all that energy? A slow latte? Zero chill. Now we're in traffic at night, and something is setting people off.
But the car in front became the victim.
We're at a red light, and a woman in the red car gets out. She walks right over to the silver SUV next to her, and I guess she decides her clothes are too restrictive for this argument because she starts stripping off her pants and underwear right there. The city scene is beautiful, but the vibes are about to get ugly. The red Beetle stops, and a big guy in a black jacket walks up to the back of the car. He opens the trunk. Is he getting something out? No. He slams the trunk shut and then suddenly, bam. The entire windshield of the car filming just shatters. He smashed the windshield with something. From 0 to total destruction in 2 seconds. Did he think the dashcam driver rear-ended him? This tiny silver car is trying to pull out, and he is stuck. A man gets out to assess the situation and starts frantically shouting and waving his arms at the car in front of him. It's like a 3-point turn of pure despair. He keeps bumping, he can't get out, and he is losing it. That is the most relatable, yet most infuriating ending to a clip show ever.
And I totally agree with the old guy. Instead of apologizing, just don't do it. One tiny car, one ambitious turn, zero finesse. Looks like the Fiat's dreams were bigger than the driver's skills.
The initial error, the whole incident starts with the blue SUV, which was in a left turn lane, deciding to go straight instead. While an honest mistake, this is the action that the cam driver points out the escalation. Rather than simply continuing on his way after realizing his mistake, the driver of the blue car seems to take offense to the cam driver's presence, or perhaps a possible horn or flash of lights, and decides to aggressively pursue them. This is the first clear sign of road rage, the dangerous maneuvers. He then cuts in front of the cam driver at the next red light and then, as the commentary points out, executes a brake check after the light turns green. This is incredibly dangerous, risking a collision for both vehicles and anyone else around them. With the climax, when they finally stop, the driver of the blue car gets out and immediately confronts the cam driver, yelling and, according to the on-screen text, smashing the window and bending the side mirror. This moves the incident from a traffic offense to an act of vandalism/assault. The way he yells and then dramatically slumps back into his car, realizing he's been recorded, is the embarrassing part the title promises.
You're on camera!
No.
That's how he sounded like, and he broke the dashcam driver's mirror too.
The trigger, the red pickup truck driver is clearly furious about a traffic situation. The on-screen text suggests he intentionally causes a crash by ramming the dashcam driver. This is not just a traffic offense, it's a criminal act of assault with a deadly weapon. The truck, the confrontation, the driver immediately jumps out of his truck, already in a state of blind rage. Yelling is bad enough, but the commentary notes he was caught on camera pulling out a knife. At this point, the situation has escalated from a dangerous driving incident to a potential felony involving weapons and physical threat. The karma arrives. This is the best part. The cam driver had clearly already called the police, and within moments, a police car arrives right behind the aggressor's truck. This is true instant karma. He literally drove straight into the arms of law enforcement, the denial and arrest. Despite being boxed in by police at the scene of the crime he just committed, the driver tries to argue and even initially refuses to step out of his truck. His disbelief and continued yelling, even arguing about having his pockets searched after being told he's under arrest, shows a complete lack of self-awareness and accountability. The sound of him screaming that it's not fair as he's being arrested is the perfect end to his brief road rage spree.
Finally, the guy gets out of the truck. It took quite a while, but the cop gets him to come out of the truck, and he gets arrested right on the spot but he does resist a little bit, as you're about to see.
Oh, he hit me! I was going straight, he hit me on a turn only!
The guy tries lying about the crash that he caused. Luckily, the dashcam driver has a dashcam.
I'm against my arms on the ground! I'm stitches in my knees, Stop! God! I'm trying to turn around and see.
The guy then gets mad at the cops for going through his pockets. Watch him rage now.
Hey, can I do anything illegal? For what? For what? For what? For what? No. No. For what? For what? That's orderly conduct. Hey, come here. I have to talk to you real quick. Real quick. Hey, this is not fair. This is not fair.
Legend says you can still hear him screaming about how it's not fair to this very day.
Kicking off in West Melbourne with that great inner city feel. You've got the iconic Melbourne skyline as the backdrop. Beautiful. Good call sticking to the left lane there, especially with the tram tracks coming up on the right. Keeping a good pace, 007 to 009, whoa, heads up. A guy just deciding to walk straight out into the road in front of the car and then your lane. That's a perfect example of why you've always got to be ready to slow down in the city. Good thing you were looking ahead, 009 to 013, moving past the tram stop and across the tracks, always a bit dicey on a bike. And there's a classic Melbourne tram rolling by. Looks like a clear run now, 014 to 021, cruising along. Love that dedicated green bike lane next to the parked cars.
You had no idea.
Stalled in traffic, looks like an ordinary day. The camera is close to the rider, showing a helmet, chin bar and gloves. You're positioned alongside a large white Uda and the red Honda Integra. Traffic starts to move. Looks like a lane is merging or ending, and you're filtering forward. Everything seems normal as you move past the green SUV and the red Civic, 010 to 015, here we go. The red Honda Integra cuts across from the other lane, forcing its way in and directly beside you.
I've never had a needle up my arm, mate. Know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about first, buddy. And then you start calling me a junkie. But you made me nervous, that's all I'm trying to say. No, I don't take drugs at all, mate. No.
Escalation is the problem. The common thread in all these clips is the quick and disproportionate escalation. A driving mistake or perceived slight instantly turns into aggressive pursuit, confrontation, and screaming matches. It's a reminder of how vulnerable people are on the road, especially motorcyclists, when aggression takes over. The danger of confrontation. In the first clip, the motorcyclist is pursuing a vehicle that drove dangerously. While the impulse to confront is understandable, the resulting physical altercation highlights the extreme danger of this approach. Road confrontations can quickly turn violent and have severe, unpredictable consequences.
Yeah, overtook on a blind corner, overtook two cars on a blind corner, pulled it on the wrong side of the road. I'm not...
Biker expresses fear about the driver having his hand in his pocket, a stark illustration of how easily a simple argument can become a high-stakes safety concern. The biker's reaction of pulling a concealed object, possibly a weapon or just a camera/phone, further underscores the perilous atmosphere of road rage incidents. A breakdown of civility.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
I just didn't know you. That was.
Did I pull in front of you? No. I pulled over the side of the road because I got somebody to pick up.
What's your problem?
You!
You do something wrong and you blame me? No, you're an ass. You should have seen that it said road closed. Don't kiss me. Don't get that close. Do more than kiss you, Jim. Okay. Don't touch me. Why? Don't touch me. Why? You better chill. I better chill, huh? You want to fight? Is that what you're looking for? A fight? Yeah. All right, then come on. Yeah, come on. Swing. Swing. Do it. Swing. Don't. I'm the asshole. Yeah. I pulled over so you could go in front of me. I didn't honk. I read my engine so you knew where I was. I knew exactly. I didn't flip you off. I've been riding bikes longer than you. Yeah, probably a Harley rider, aren't you? I'm a core. Get the away from me. Why don't you make me? I'm not trying to fight. Do you want to end up in the hospital? I want to end up in the hospital. Yeah. Really? You're the one that started. You're the one that doesn't look where you're going. I knew exactly where. No, you don't. Where did I? Road closed. Do you use your eyes? Boy, you're pissing me off. Oh, I'm pissing you.
When a red truck drove.
The exchanges are a complete breakdown of adult, civil communication. There's no productive dialogue, just yelling, insults, and attempts at intimidation. It's a sad commentary on the lack of patience and self-control some people exhibit when they feel slighted or challenged while driving.
Act like you're in kindergarten. You're acting like you're in kindergarten because you can't see that we're on the side of the f***ing road. We're adults. You don't act like an adult. You're not acting like an adult right now. You're acting like an old bitch. Now get out of here. F*** you. Get out of here. F*** you.
That video is absolutely wild. It's an incredible display of instant karma. Here's my reaction. Hashtag unbelievable road rage and instant karma. This video is a perfect and slightly terrifying example of road rage escalating to a dangerous extreme, followed by the most immediate and satisfying dose of instant karma I've ever seen captured on a dashcam. Hashtag the road rage. Escalation and recklessness. The BMW driver's behavior is baffling from the start. Point 1. Brake checking *, aggressively brake checking the car behind them, the dashcam driver, multiple times for seemingly no reason is pure recklessness. This is a deliberate attempt to cause an accident and shows a total disregard for safety. Point 2. Waving and taunting *, sticking his arm out the window while in traffic and seemingly yelling or making gestures is the classic sign of a driver who has completely lost control of their temper. This is already a distraction and a terrible idea on a busy highway. Point 3. The insane stunt * sitting on the car door, half out of the moving vehicle, just to flip off another driver? That is truly an act of unparalleled stupidity.
Yet stunningly aggressive maneuver. Hashtag the initial boneheaded move. Man facepalming. Midnight to 010. Right out of the gate, that driver in the dark sedan. A Honda Accord, it looks like, around 018. Comes in hot. They realize they're in the wrong lane for where they need to go. And instead of taking the next exit or easing over safely, they just force their way over. The dashcam driver was absolutely right to lay on the horn there. That was a last-second reckless lane change that could have caused a serious crash. It was 100% the Accord driver's fault. But did they own it? Nope. Hashtag the incredible anger and embarrassment angry face. 018 to 047. This is where the footage gets wild. The Accord driver pulls alongside the dashcam car, and you can see the pure fury on his face. He's yelling, hands gesticulating wildly, having a full-blown mental breakdown at the wheel. All because he got honked at for his own stupid mistake. The commentator nailed it. What an absolute doofus. He's making himself look completely ridiculous. The nerve of getting that angry when he was the one who almost caused the accident is just baffling. I bet he had no idea his entire freakout was being captured on a dashcam. Hashtag the escalation. Aggressive pursuit and brake check. Police car light, 050 to 134. You'd think it would end there. But this idiot decides it wasn't enough. He starts chasing the dashcam driver. He's weaving in and out of traffic, accelerating aggressively, desperate to get in front. This is the definition of aggressive driving. And then, the grand finale, he actually tries to brake check the dashcam car around 130. Are you serious? First, an unsafe lane change, and now a deliberate attempt to cause a rear-end collision. That is absolutely dangerous driving and completely illegal. Seriously, that driver should not be on the road.
We're riding along a quiet road in Wisconsin, and right away, the captions suggest the biker might have been doing some mild stunts, tiny wheelies and standing up. Regardless of that, the road ahead seems clear, the aggressive stop, and then BAM. The dark pickup truck just slams to a stop right at the intersection stop sign, completely blocking the lane. The driver is already getting out of the car. This is classic, dangerous road rage. Stopping your vehicle in the middle of the road to initiate a confrontation is incredibly reckless and creates an immediate hazard. The truck driver immediately marches up to the camera with his chest puffed out, demanding the biker's name and identity. Who is this guy? He throws out a bizarre challenge, want me to pull the badge or what? Implying he's police, which seems highly unlikely given his behavior. The biker handles it well, maintaining his cool and asking, "Who are you?" The truck driver is so focused on confrontation that he's being completely hypocritical. Another rider pulls up alongside, and the confrontation is on. The truck driver is clearly furious, but his aggressive verbal attack and physically stepping up to the motorcyclist are totally unjustified. You can't violently stop traffic and confront someone over what you think they were doing down the road. Here comes the core of his rage. "This is why we have a bad rep, you fucking moron," he screams. It's an incredible display of projection. He's trying to lecture a motorcyclist about safety while actively endangering them and other drivers by blocking the road and engaging in physical confrontation. His use of moped is clearly an attempt to belittle them, but the biker keeps telling him to. The video starts with a close-up of a white SUV, possibly a Toyota Innova, having its front wheels loaded onto the ramps of a towing or lifting platform. This suggests the vehicle was either being impounded, towed for a breakdown, or the tow truck itself was the source of the blockage/dispute. The camera pulls back to show a crowd of young men and some older men gathering around the white SUV. The environment appears to be a busy, residential/commercial street with apartment buildings in the background and piles of debris/construction material on the side of the road. Two men are the main aggressors in the initial argument, one in a gray/blue polo shirt and another in a white t-shirt. Their body language is highly aggressive. The confrontation quickly escalates into a physical fight between the man in the gray/blue polo shirt and the man in the white t-shirt. They are seen shoving and throwing punches at each other. Right next to the white vehicle, other people, including those in the crowd, step in to separate them. Even after the physical contact stops, the heated argument continues with shouting and aggressive gestures. The man in the white t-shirt appears to be a passenger or driver of the white car, and he's seen interacting with others. More bystanders and passengers join the scene, trying to mediate or get involved. A woman in a colorful printed sari, likely a passenger or family member, approaches the car aggressively and appears to be shouting at the tow truck personnel or the surrounding crowd, visibly distressed. Another man, wearing a brown Hugo t-shirt, also joins the confrontation, gesturing aggressively. He seems to be involved with the white SUV or its occupants.